So at this point, after 25 minutes of calling and having turkeys gobble all down in that bottom, I realized the turkeys were kind of hung up down by where my wooden box blind is, where I decided not to hunt this day. Had I been in there, I would have had turkeys all over me after the hunt. I went down and looked, and there were tracks all over in the mud right in front of that blind. So now we're basically at a point to where I've been calling to these turkeys for a long time, approximately about an hour and a half, and they've been gobbling to every single call I've been hitting, and at this point I realize that there have to be at least one or two toms that have entered the same pasture that I'm in. I just can't see them. So I'm just trying to sound like multiple turkeys to get to coax them in that last 100 to 150 yards that they gotta come. So unfortunately you can't see this on film, but a coyote runs right in between me and the turkeys. I'm thinking the hunt's probably over, at least this part of the hunt's probably over, because the turkeys just shut right up. That coyote ran just out of the picture that you're seeing right now down to the right, all the way across to where the turkeys had been gobbling all morning. 10 minutes went by, but as you can see, as these turkeys approach, they're already on alert, and they end up doing an alert putt as soon as they see my setup, and I think it's probably because my decoys were completely covered in snow and they were already alerted because of the coyote. Just everything kind of went wrong. Well, that's the end of my day. There's all the jakes. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been as frustrated as I am right now as a turkey hunter. Last season had probably the roughest turkey season of my life. For seeing turkeys, for hearing turkeys. Just, they weren't here most of the turkey season. When they finally did kind of show up and arrive back into this area, it was the last weekend or two, and I just had a hell of a time actually getting them on the property where I was hunting. I had them hang up one weekend, calling like crazy, had them gobbling like crazy, just wouldn't cross the 4-wire barbed wire fence. That was the closest I came last year, but I put my time in. There weren't turkeys here most of the season. Where they were, I don't know, but they just weren't on this property. This year, they're here. This year, got a really good crop of jakes hanging around. Had hens, had a bearded hen down there. Been seeing turkeys on the regular, which is awesome. But I don't know, opening day, I heard a lot of gobbling. As soon as it started downpouring in the morning, they shut right up. Never saw them again. Never heard them again. Today, this is a hell of a story. I get them gobbling down in this valley, right off the roost. I could hear them going all morning down here in this bottom, up by my wooden box blind. They're just gobbling their heads off. And you know, I called pretty early, and I got them to respond to one of my calls, and a whole bunch of gobbles. I could tell there were jakes, but I could also hear that raspy tom gobble every so often. And then I called, and I called, and I called, and I called, and they gobbled, and they gobbled, and they gobbled, and they gobbled. It sounded like they came closer. I think they were right down right where my wooden box blind is. Had I sat down there this morning, I'd have had a hell of a lot better chance than I did up here. But I decided to sit up here this morning because I knew these turkeys were eventually working their way out into this pasture. I caught them out there the day before the season, had them on trail camera a bunch of times up in here. I know they spend time in this pasture, especially after, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So I knew it was going to kind of be a waiting game. So I shut right up. Once I realized that these birds got hung up in the valley down below me, they're still gobbling. They just weren't coming any closer. And I, 25, 30 minutes straight call and gobbling, they're all in the same spot. I could kind of tell. It's like, all right, well, it's time to shut up and be quiet and get them to get inquisitive and, kind of start working this way, thinking, oh, geez, well, maybe those hens are going to work their way off. They're not interested anymore. And I'll tell you, it worked pretty good. I heard them gobble on their own about probably 150 yards closer than where I originally had them hang up. It sounded like they were right on this fence line over here, down below me in this pasture. So I kind of got ready, and I hit some purrs with the call. Just as I'm hitting the purrs with the call, I look up, and I don't have this on film, unfortunately, because it happened so fast. But I look up, and I see this freaking coyote just prowling, just sneaking through this field, right down straight towards where the turkeys are. Son of a pup. About 100 yards away from me, a lot closer to the turkeys than it was to me. And sure enough, they just shut up. That coyote had to work his way down somewhere near where them turkeys were. And I thought that was the end of the hunt. I've had that happen before, where these coyotes come through and they kill, the turkeys just shut right up and they're done. I'm sitting here thinking, geez, maybe it's time to just get the hell out of here and be done with the day, because it is just a nasty, miserable, cold, wet day. And then I just hemming and hawing about it, and it's only 7 o'clock. I've had turkeys turn around a couple hours later and start gobbling again, so I decided to stay. And I don't know, probably all of 10 minutes went by from when that coyote went through and they shut up to when I look up in the field here and I see these two red heads running through the field right towards me. And I'm like, oh God. I flipped the safety off my gun and got the camera on them. Sure enough, it's two gobblers, two nice big toms. I know there's two birds. I got them on trail camera a million times. One of them is the big gobbler that I wanted to shoot, that I got my eye on. That's got the double beard. I couldn't tell which one was which, naturally, given the fact that they're running across this field. But he stopped at 55 yards. They both stopped at 55 yards and started doing that alert putt. I don't know. Well, I do know why now, but at the time I didn't know why in the hell them turkeys could have spooked. I had decoys out. I had 4 decoys out, 2 jakes and 2 hens. Well, when he stopped and putted, I knew the hunt was over. I knew he ain't coming any closer, and they started running off to the left. And I knew exactly the distance that they were standing at. It was 55 yards. I can make that shot with my gun. And I had him alert. Problem was they started trotting, and I, like an idiot, I shouldn't have shot. I definitely shouldn't have shot. I shouldn't have educated these turkeys, but I did. I thought I could shoot, and I thought I could kill that turkey the way that was standing. Either I was going to kill it or I was going to miss it. And I missed it. 55-yard shot, trotting, just not a shot you want to take at a turkey. And I feel like I kind of took it out of frustration and the fact that I haven't shot at a turkey in, damn, over 2 years now. Haven't shot at a tom in over 2 years now. Well, I did, and I missed. You know, sitting here sulking about it and doing this interview. You know what? It's hunting. I gotta get over it. It was exciting. It was exciting until the coyote came through, and then I got a sick feeling in my stomach, and I shouldn't have got so down so fast. And been paying a little bit more attention. Not saying I could have done anything different than what I did, but I don't know, the emotions went like this on that hunt, and I probably could have been more under control, and ultimately it was an experience. That's what hunting's all about. You don't get to kill an animal every single time you come out here and do this. Anybody that says that they don't do stuff like what just happened is a liar. You're not really a hunter if you've never had something like this just what happened to me happen. I put everything on these videos because I want my kids to see someday that there's no hunting ain't perfect. If it was perfect, if it was such a perfect thing, nobody'd want to do it because it would lose its excitement. You'd just know you're gonna kill whatever was walking in or whatever you were hunting. Stuff like this has got to happen to make you really appreciate those moments where you complete the hunt and kill whatever you're hunting. Today just sucks because I've had a really long streak of bad luck, but ultimately I got to get over it and realize it's just part of hunting. You know, just like when I shot the blind a couple years ago, got that on film where I missed that big tom 25 yards. Stuff like this is gonna happen. I think I need a moose piss. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe that there's a turkey on that field right now. I just missed 30 minutes ago doing an exit interview for this. And there's a gobbler out in that field. Must be that other one. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I got him. It took 2 shots, but I got him. Oh, man, I had to shoot off my arm. That's gonna hurt tomorrow, but I don't care. I killed a big tom. Look at that. I got 1 minute of battery left. Oh, Jesus. Woo! Wow, what a recovery. Guys, what a recovery. Oh, wow, what a rush. What a recovery. I know I didn't get the shot on film because he just hung up here at 70 yards and I could not get him to close. Oh my God. I never thought in a million years that would happen today. Never thought in a million years that would happen today. After blowing that shot at them 2 big toms this morning, I never in the world thought, geez, I just closed the interview. I just closed the interview. And I said, I gotta get over it. This is what makes hunting fantastic. This is what makes you appreciate these moments. Missing this morning. It took me a while. It took me a while to come back to it. I'm shaking like I'm shaking right now because of those moments. You screw up doing this. You screw up sometimes. But when it all comes together like it just did, it makes it all the more satisfying. Oh my God, what an up and down hunt. Most up and down hunt of my entire life by far. Wow! Wow! Let's go! Let's go get us a turkey, boys and girls. Oh, yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Oh man, I hit him with that first shot. Oh, look at that. Look at that, baby. Yeah. Look at them spurs. Yeah. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Oh, what a morning. Sweet, sweet redemption. Oh, I needed this. How about that? How about that? Moose Piss Outdoors. I just got done with that exit interview to the previous little hunt I had, talking about how you can't get discouraged and you got to get back up. You got to get your head back in the game. And just as I look up, it was like as an act of God, there's a turkey standing right in the middle of the field, and he's gobbling. Unbelievable. I hit the call. He came running across that field at one point, ran right up to 70 yards, and then he hung up for 20 minutes. I could not get him to close that last 70 yards for the life of me. And man, when I took that shot, I didn't miss him. I blew feathers right off of him. I have no idea where I hit that turkey the first shot, but he didn't go down. I was all jacked up trying to get around the camera and had the gun on my arm. I'm gonna have a hell of a bruise tomorrow. I can't calm down. Yeah, I'm gonna have a hell of a bruise on my arm tomorrow the way I shot that first shot. But he kept going, and I put another 3.5 in him, and then he piled right up about 40 yards there. But man, it took a lot to get him to close that last 70 yards. I had to use my hand and throw my call behind me because I didn't want to call too loud. I didn't want him thinking, geez, that hen should be right in that blind, because obviously then he's going to think something's wrong. So I waited till he started putting his head down, pecking the ground when I called, and I kept trying to throw it behind me so he'd think that call was coming out of that rose bush behind me. And it kind of worked. He finally came around and started running right in. I mean, he was probably 25 yards when I hit him the first time, and probably would have come closer, but I had the best shot I was gonna have. I would have had to keep moving to my left farther, and it would have been a harder shot. But that worked out beautiful. Look at this. Look at this turkey. He sure is a nice mature bird. Getting it done in the snow. Snowbird. Moose Piss Outdoors 2023. First spring turkey. There's gonna be another one coming, I know it. What a day, what a morning. One of the best hunts I've ever had. Went from one of the worst hunts I've ever had to one of the best hunts I've ever had real fast. So happy. And that is why you don't ever give up. Woo! What a hunt.